After finishing off in Chengdu, my sister and I got on a plane to go visit Hong Kong. I'm not gonna lie, basically as soon as I got off the plane, I was getting really good vibes. Off the bat, the climate felt a lot like Taiwan, and also the fact that it's right by the ocean. On the bus ride from the airport to the city, we saw all of these shipping ports, which was also just completely mind-blowing. It was basically pouring rain the night we got in, but seeing the city under the rain is stunning. My sister and I's hotel was in Wan Chai. It was a super classy hotel. The interior was super slick, and this was our view. First thing we did was go out to get some food. We went to a Japanese restaurant nearby where we were staying. I was just so obsessed with all of the lights, the double-decker buses, the taxis. After dinner, we went out to a nightclub called Faye. It was sort of a rooftop bar vibe, and it was super fun. The next day we slept in a bit in the morning, and then we woke up in time to go to our lunch appointment. Those of you who watched the last vlog will know that my sister loves food. So she made a reservation at a special dim sum restaurant in Hong Kong for us to go to. Hong Kong is such a pleasant city to just walk around in. It was a little bit far from where we were, but boy was it worth it, fam. This is some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life. I know I said that in my last video, and honestly, I wasn't lying either time. My expectations keep getting met and exceeded. We started with a sort of rice noodle roll and some fried tofu, steamed mushroom dumplings. Of course, we had to get xiaolong bao pork. These meatballs were my least favorite by far, kind of chewy. Then for dessert, we got some jelly, but the best part was this. It's taro root, and it's like deep fried. It was so good. I'm always a sucker for taro. Now, it may be hard for you to imagine now, but this park was once the site of the Kowloon walled city. The Kowloon walled city is often called the most densely populated place in human history. Over 1 block of land, there was tens of thousands of people living in towering buildings that had been illegally built. The area had a reputation for crime and illegal activities until it was ultimately demolished in 1993. It was one of those random things that I learned in middle school and was really interested in seeing, so we decided to give it a go. We got to walk inside a sort of immersive experience exhibit that they had in the park for free, basically showing what it was like to live there back in the day. After that, we took a huge walk. We basically went all the way from the Kowloon City Park to the ferry. We passed through this night market on the way. We saw a lot of labubus. If anyone wants to donate to my vlog, just send me one of these. Fun fact, labubus were actually born in Hong Kong. I don't know when I started loving labubus so much, but at some point I really did. That's living in China for you. We went to watch the light show at the Skyline, which was a little bit disappointing, but light show or no light show, it was absolutely gorgeous seeing the Skyline light up. It might be the most impressive one I've ever seen. Well, vlog, the sister trip has pulled to a close. We're on our last little walk in Hong Kong together. I leave today and Chloe is staying for 2 more days before heading back to New York. So, Chloe, out of all of the places that we've been to, which one would you say is your favorite?
I really liked Zhangjiajie.
Yeah, Zhangjiajie was fire.
That was beautiful.
Plus, you were kind of looking for nature.
Yeah. City-wise, I really liked Chengdu, actually. That'd be my take. What about you?
I gotta put Hong Kong at number 1. Yeah, Hong Kong is insane. I love this place. I want to live here. Fire. Zhangjiajie I think would be second, just because the nature was fire, and I think we got really lucky with the weather and everything. But Chengdu is one that I think if I had gotten to spend more time there, I would have really liked it more. Like, I feel like that's a livable place.
Yes.
Not really a travel place, but travel there too. Today was my last day in Hong Kong, so during the morning, my sister and I just went on a super long walk. Like I mentioned earlier, Hong Kong is a super walkable city. I'm not sure exactly what route we took, but we went through the financial district, and then we found this cute little park by the river with a bunch of people protesting nearby. Chloe was really suffering by the end of it because it was super hot out, but we ended up heading back anyway so that I could catch my plane on time. Overall, Hong Kong completely exceeded my expectations. It feels so international and diverse and super big. There's just like an energy that comes from people being ambitious, and I love it. Not gonna lie though, I was so excited to go back to Taipei for the first time in 3 years. I've officially made it to Taiwan. Last night was super stressful. I had to find a bus to get from the airport to Taipei because Taipei is like extremely far from where the airport is. So I found the bus, I had to wait 45 minutes, got on the bus, and I was in the middle of Taipei. I also realized that my Chinese SIM card does not work in Taiwan, which I should have figured, but I didn't. After that, the friend that was supposed to get me the keys to the apartment I'm staying at fell asleep. So I had no way to get into my apartment. He wasn't picking up my calls. I was freaking out. I didn't have any service because my Taiwanese SIM card does not work. So I had to ask this dude to share his Wi-Fi, and then spam called my friend. He didn't pick up. I was like,
how dare you, first of all.
And then I called another friend who came to get me, hung out a bit, and then my other friend woke up eventually, so yeah. Stayed up till like 4 a.m. hanging out with them. I think I'm going the wrong direction, so I'm gonna turn around now. Obviously my maps isn't working, so it's gonna be a little adventure. On my trip to find my SIM card, the 7-Eleven man said that they do not sell them there, so I'm going to like a mobile store, I think, and it's right through campus. That building over there, that's where we went to school. This is the library. We studied here all the time. They have like the tennis courts there. Over there they have like some more traditional style Chinese buildings that are also used as classrooms. This little statue in the middle. Crazy. And also I think it might be right by my old dorm, so I'll show you guys that too. That was it. I got my favorite food ever from the place right by the dorm. I fully forgot how hot and humid it is here. It's not even hot, but I'm sweating balls. For those of you who don't know, I did a gap year in Taiwan between high school and starting college, which was where I learned a lot of my Chinese. And of course, for old time's sake, we've got to go out to a club. Hi vlog! These are my friends from Taiwan. Well, yeah, they're actually both Hong Kong, but whatever. We're at Taipei 101!
Great balls and it's like 2010.
Taipei 101, in my opinion, is the best place to go clubbing in Taiwan. Some people might tell you it's Maji, but they're lying. It's definitely Taipei 101. This is Wharf, which was one of my favorite clubs. I even got to see some of my French friends from China who are also visiting. The next day, I was going to meet my old host parents for lunch at my favorite hot pot restaurant that they remembered I love. It was so incredible seeing them again after all this time. I honestly think having a host family was one of the most rewarding parts about my travels in Taiwan. Real cultural immersion. My host mom gave me a ride to the closest metro station to their apartment, and after that I was on my own in rush hour. That is the song played by trash trucks in Taiwan. Because basically when they come pick up the trash, they play the song so that you know you have to bring your trash out so they can pick it up. Super smart. Today, luckily, I didn't forget about the lunch I had with my host family, and I got to see them again, which was super fun. They even brought their dog. Her name is Fei. I also have another meeting with my host mom tomorrow for lunch. It's so aesthetic. Even when it's raining, they have like these covered areas of sidewalks. This is the gift they gave us last night at the club. I'm gonna do an unboxing with you guys. It looks like this. There was an artist performing at the club, so I think it's probably his. The next day, I woke up to meet my host mom for our second lunch together. They had this adorable poster with my favorite Taiwanese food in the metro, and I think that's a sign it was going to be a great day. Today I'm in Ximending. This is what it looks like. It's basically a little shopping mall, like an outdoor shopping mall street. I'm going back to my old favorite boba place that my host mom used to take me to. I'm gonna see if it's as good as I remember it being, so. I've always loved this giant rainbow road going into Ximending. It makes me feel like I'm in Mario Kart. Ximending is one of my favorite places in all of Taipei. When the weather is good and on the weekends, they even have street performers and they're so talented. Got it. It's also pouring rain. Classic Taiwan. Kind of overpriced, but that's okay. They do this like creme brulee thing on top. I already took a sip, but yeah, it's fire, guys. One of my favorite parts of Taiwan is also their fashion sense. The shops in Ximending had so many cute clothes. I just wanted to buy everything. The street leading up to my apartment had this anime mural, which I thought is so cool. Tonight, me and two of my closest friends from Taiwan, we went to Maji Square to grab drinks. Everything was closed. I think it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, so kind of makes sense. We just grabbed some beers at 7-Eleven and set to talk. Quick rating, McDonald's, sweet potato churros in Taiwan. I'm having them cold to be fair, but I would say a solid 8.5 out of 10. Today I started the day off right by going to my favorite waffle place on campus. Matcha chocolate always hits. What a beautiful day. Today I'm at the Fisherman's Wharf in Danshui. So fun fact about Taiwan, obviously it's an island, but there's actually really not many places you can swim, especially in Taipei, because the currents in the water are very dangerous. Another fun fact, this here bridge that you see, it's a bridge that they're building between Danshui and basically Taoyuan. I think it's Taoyuan. Like I said, it was super annoying to get from the airport to Danshui because you have to go like up from the airport into Taipei and then you have to go back around to Danshui. The Fisherman's Wharf is one of northern Taiwan's most famous waterfront destinations. People love coming here to watch the sunset or to cross the infamous Lover's Bridge, which I did all by myself. They also have plenty of restaurants and stores. After laying down in the sun for about 45 minutes, I decided to head back into Danshui. Fam, I did something bad. Just went shopping. I bought this super cute hat. Also, this is my favorite store like in the entire world. I also got a white skirt and I got all of it for about 600 NTD.
Which is like 110, 20 yen, which would be like
10 euros? No, maybe like 15 euros. Later that night, because it was my last night in Taiwan, I had to go to Shilin Night Market with my friends. We played a shooting game for some free beers. Normally I do really good at this, but tonight I was not as good. My friend Ian served in the military, so of course he creamed us. And dear sweet Alex knows so little about guns that he was worried about the kick on this one. Going back to Taiwan was so refreshing, but it was time for me to go back to Nanjing and restart my classes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.